Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mass Effect Andromeda. What we're going to do this episode is we're going to go and talk to Tan and Kesh and the scientists. So, and then, right, we'll go this way first. So when we talk to Tan, we'll probably find out how to go and get the the Tempest and that. So Professor Herrick, so we're going to talk to these scientists first. Hey, Professor. Oi, Professor, I want to talk to you if you don't mind. Thank you.
You must be the Pathfinder.
No,
Wonderful.
Not really.
You and your Sam are exactly what we need.
Thanks, Mr.
Professor Herrick. My colleagues and I will work with your Sam and the data you gather to solve Andromeda's scientific mysteries.
Cool. Can I join in?
I'm usually out in the field, but I wouldn't mind talking shop. Lab. You know.
You are always welcome.
Not that we've had much to study, with everyone cooped up for 14 months.
But your data on the Scourge flows like poetry. Now we can better advise on repairing the damage it caused.
Oh, great.
And maybe Addison will give us a real workspace. Who can think with all this racket?
Alright. Let's talk to him again.
Pathfinder, those bioscans are superb. Could you gather more for our comparative conservation effort?
Sounds interesting.
What conservation effort?
Ah, my thesis is on the console there. Broad strokes, we're comparing and preserving organisms from both galaxies.
Cool.
If you donate more bioscans and samples to the catalog, I can get you a finder's fee. Tempted?
Definitely. Finances. Always good. Dr. Adriana, we'll have a word with you as well.
Pathfinder, we've had some trouble.
Anything I can help with?
Perhaps. I discharged an away team to get readings from a section of the Scourge that was behaving anomalously.
Alright.
They haven't reported in for some time, and sensors can't locate their shuttle. I sent them out there. Good, dedicated people. I fear what might have happened to them.
Have hope. We'll
Don't
find
give
them.
up hope. When I'm out there, I'll see if I can find them.
Their friends and family will want to know what's happened, and I need to know.
Alright. Find the missing science vessel. Is there anything else you can do for
The
us?
beauty of the cosmos unfolds in your planet scans, Pathfinder. But there is more they can do.
But how am I able to help with that?
Do you have something in mind, Doctor?
Plans for a school are underway to inspire a new generation of young minds. I want to craft a model of the cluster for them, accurate and splendid from your data. My prototype is on that console.
Alright.
Add more scans to improve it, and I will share my educational budget with you. And my thanks.
More finances. Okay, and then Dr. Lucan, what about you?
Hi, Pathfinder. Want to hit some rocks for science?
Yeah, try and stop me.
Absolutely. What do you need?
Sam and I used your scans and made a VI for geophysics surveys. Beta builds on the console there. Test it out in the field, and I'll wrangle you a consultant's bonus from Director Addison. How's that sound?
Sounds very good. Alright, so where's this console? That console there. So, we've got 3. Final proposal, Professor N. Henrik et al. Okay, since we are by definition an invasive species in Andromeda, our inevitable footprint must be laid carefully, and we must preserve anything we replace. The Helios cluster presents an unexpected challenge. We arrived with seed archives and DNA banks to ensure preservation of the biodiversity of the Milky Way. But this cluster is scarred by the Scourge, and its unique flora and fauna are threatened by its turbulence. That too requires conservation. Yeah, it does. So I'll activate that. Geophysics 6 beta build. Patch notes. GSV 2031 streamlined interface with OmniTool minimal lag. GSV 2093 tuned voice recognition to recognize both aluminium and aluminum. GSV 2105 haptic interface no longer defaults to transparent. Also resolves GSV 2027 haptic interface not found. GSV 2135 customized SAM handshake protocols. Okay, activate that. And cluster model Dr. Lenomi Aridana. The 3 initial system models will be complete by next week. We shall see our place in the world. Orbital variants for the Nexus, it must be corrected as construction corrects our orientation. A reminder. Oh. Our daughters will not know stasis, the 600 years sleeping. They will be born of Andromeda and whatever is unfolding. This cluster in its chaos was never welcoming, but it matters less what we suffer here, more what we bring. Alright, so let's activate that as well. So now we need to go and speak with Kesh, who is over to the right, I think. I think if we go left we go to Tan, and I don't want to go and see him yet. I'm hoping she's this way. Good old female Krogan. Oh, container, gotta take. Credits, cool, that'll do. I'll nick her credits. Same shit, different day. For posterity, in case the initiative goes belly up. The Nexus is a 4-ring circus. Don't like how Tan operates, and his disdain for the Krogan is obvious. I believe his intentions are ultimately good, but he is an opportunist who is likely to create dissent. I don't see the Nexus coming together if he is left unchecked. It's already polarising Addison. She's taking the cue to circle the wagons. I think I can talk to Kandros about this, and at least try to get the two of us more coordinated. Or maybe not. Seriously hate this kind of drama. Okay. Anything else?
Yes, I know the Hyperion docking unannounced caused some switches to blow. That's fine. I don't care. We know the problem is more widespread than we thought. We're working to fix it. That's all.
Okay. Is there anything in here we can scan in?
Engineering reports.
I doubt it. No. Alright. You just gotta check, you know, every now and again.
There you are. Hope the others haven't been giving you a hard time. There's a lot that needs doing. At least with the Hyperion hooked up and feeding us power, my team and I can get more work done.
Excuse me. Yeah, whereabouts are all the Krogan?
I noticed there aren't a lot of Krogan around.
You haven't spoken to number 8 yet, have you?
Number
Who?
8?
Tan.
Ah.
Ask him why most of my people left. He'll have opinions. I can tell you this much. When the mutiny happened, a deal was made. My clan were supposed to settle matters and, in return, get more say in the initiative.
Why do you call Tan number 8?
Why do you call Tan 8?
Because he was 8th in line to take over the Andromeda initiative. I like to remind him of that now and then. Keep him humble.
And I take it, what was this deal the Krogan made with Tan?
Did the deal go through?
The clan held up their part, but Tan had a meltdown when he found out we wanted more say around here. Then Addison's assistant, Spender, pretended he never made the deal in the first place.
Ah.
It was a mess, but I don't blame my people for walking out. We're done being used.
I don't blame you. But why have you stayed?
With your clan gone, why did you stay?
It's complicated. The station and my clan both need me here.
Alright, so there's a few problems on the Nexus.
What sort of problems have you seen on the Nexus?
Situation's gone to shit pretty much sums it up. There's arcs missing. Some idiots tried to mutiny and take over, then more idiots offended my clan, so they left. And to top it all off, the founder of the initiative, Gian Garson, was killed.
Oh. Okay.
What happened to Jean Garson?
Killed in the Scourge disaster. Her and a bunch of the other leaders. Tan might know more.
Okay, we'll be asking about that then.
And I thought the Hyperion had it bad when we arrived. Anything else?
The outposts aren't happening because we don't have resources or people, so Addison's more uptight than ever.
Notice that.
And let's not forget how badly the station was damaged on arrival. But that's a detail, according to some. My team and I are repairing what we can. If we don't get materials soon, things will go downhill. Fast.
Well, don't you... How are you going to get over the genophage? If you've not brought many here, you're not going to survive, are you? I mean...
When we left the Milky Way, the Krogan were still dealing with the genophage.
Right. The genophage. A little gift to our people from the Solarians thousands of years ago. That sterility virus they infected us with left most of our children stillborn. Only 1 in 1,000 survive.
No wonder your people have such a problem with Solarians.
Some wounds never heal. Not that my ancestors didn't provoke it. They did try to conquer the galaxy. The Solarians were forced to respond. And it's not fair to blame it all on them either. The Solarians developed the virus, but it was the Turians who deployed it. I'm hoping that's all in the past. Plenty of blame to go around, but Andromeda is about new beginnings. My people need that more than most.
Yeah, pretty much. And what's the state of a cure?
What about the Krogan here in Andromeda?
There's no cure for it. But my clan was starting to show a mutation against the virus.
Nice.
A natural defense. During the trip to get here, Krogan underwent gene therapies to enhance the mutation while we were in stasis.
So you used those 600 years to your advantage. Gave the adaptation more time to develop.
Yeah. It's still early, but I think we made a dent.
Oh, that's good.
Our scientists say we've improved viability to almost 4%, which is a lot better than what we had.
Yeah, 1 in
Beyond all the
1,000, wasn't
statistics,
it?
it means more Krogan children will live. It's the only way my people have a future out here.
Yeah, because, as I said, if it was still that 1 in 1,000, then there's no way, really, that it survived out here.
What kind of work do you do as superintendent?
I was part of the team that originally designed and built this place. I keep the station functional, or as functional as possible, considering.
Okay, I'm done for now. I'll talk to you later, Cash.
Nothing more for now.
Later.
Later.
My crew's working on it. We've moved the off center to the top of our priority.
Right. Before we go and talk to Tan, I want to make sure that we've got everything else on here done. So, this is all additional tasks. Model of the Surveyors. Task comparatively alien. Oh, right, scan Andromeda wildlife. Getting to know the Nexus. Okay, just need to speak with Tan. Hit rock to science. Missing scientists. Okay. Anything else in here? Just this first murderer, which we need to go and speak to Tan about. Missing arcs. Okay, priority ops, first strike, inspect available strike team missions. Okay, a better beginning. Right, so yeah, we're definitely going to have to talk to Tan now.
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion.
You have unused skill points. Okay, let's take a look. See, I'm thinking I go into something like Singularity or Lance even. So then we could use like pull to prime and then either throw or Lance to detonate. But it might also be an idea to go into something like offensive biotics so we get the power damage bonus. But we might do that in a bit. I'm thinking going to what's backlash. Generates a frontal biotic Aegis barrier that reflects most projectiles and reduces the damage of other enemy attacks. A well-timed initial activation interrupts melee attacks. Alright. That's cool. Right, I'm going to go into Singularity this time, I think. Nice, and we've still got 2 points left. So I'm thinking maybe put a second one into Singularity as well. Increase recharge speed. Okay. Oh, right, hang on. Confirm them. So got to remember how to use the Singularity because that's in. I think we've got to press left and right bumper at the same time to get that, so that'll be fun for me. Alright, Tan. Let's talk.
Ryder,
got plenty
you
to
may
talk
have
about.
a less than flattering view of me, but I want to express my condolences for your father.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know him very well, although I understand he played a key role in planning the initiative. I'm sure he'd be concerned that we still have several arcs missing.
Oh, I'll find them.
They're as much a part of the initiative as the human arc. We'll find them.
We have to. Tens of thousands of colonists are unaccounted for. It paints the initiative in an unflattering light. Did you have some other business?
Yeah. I want to talk to you about the Nilken murder charge.
I'm looking into the Nilken Rensis murder charge.
And?
I want to go to EOS and retrieve Chief Reynolds' body.
That isn't usually Pathfinder business.
It is now.
First murder in Andromeda, and I'm impartial. Figured you'd want to get it right.
Settling an outpost comes first. But I suppose I have no objections. Physical evidence will only bolster the case.
Yeah, but the body can reveal much.
The more certain we can be, the better.
All right, but let's keep it quiet. I don't want people thinking we're reopening the case. I hope anything you find reaffirms what's been done, but if it sheds a different light, we'll deal with it. We'll send the coordinates of the murder scene. Good luck.
Alright, let's talk to you about the troubles on the Nexus.
It sounds like the Nexus has had a rough time of it.
Publicly, I would say we're more than up for the challenge. Privately, I can tell you, it's been a disaster.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Scourge killed hundreds, many of them our senior leadership. Even the founder of the initiative, Gian Garson, is dead.
How did Jean Garson die?
With the rest of the leadership, when the Nexus hit Scourge, a large wing of stasis pods was destroyed.
Oh, hell.
They were killed instantly. These people traveled 600 years and died before they even woke up. Gian Garson never glimpsed Helios. She never saw her vision realized.
Oh, spanners.
Cantor's mentioned something about hitting the Scourge. How did it play out?
Criminal elements took advantage of the emergency and preyed on people's fears. An uprising followed. We had no choice but to turn to the Krogan to deal with them. They crushed the mutiny and the criminals were banished. Exiles, we call them. I doubt we've heard the last of them. They're led by an outlaw, Sloane Kelly. She used to be one of ours.
Alright, tell me about Sloane.
Who is this Sloane Kelly?
She was head of security on the Nexus. She opposed the uprising at first, but eventually turned traitor and joined them.
Alright, something's gone off there.
Sympathy for the plight of the common citizen? Nonsense. They posed a direct threat to our existence.
And whereabouts are the Krogan?
There don't seem to be many Krogan around.
Good riddance. The Krogan demanded a greater say in political matters. The last place you want them involved. Their muscle, nothing more.
Are you sure
Good for
about that?
fighting and lifting heavy objects. When they didn't get what they wanted, they left.
Yeah, you've definitely got some dislike there for the Krogan, haven't you?
Why don't you like the Krogan?
It's common knowledge that they are a violent, ignorant species. Long ago, they waged nuclear war on one another. Their planet was decimated. My people tried to uplift them, but the Krogan could never tame their worst instincts. What if they bring their tempers to Andromeda? We'll all be dead.
I don't think so. Alright, tell me a bit about the Andromeda Initiative and how it's doing.
What more can you tell me about the initiative?
It represents the greatest migration ever attempted. No one had ventured beyond the Milky Way before. We've all left home in search of freedom, fortune, perhaps a new beginning.
You can hope.
We are the bravest souls each species has to offer. I hope the Nexus will serve as the seat of government for us all.
What are the origins? What are the origins of the initiative?
What do you know about the early days of the initiative?
As most everyone knows, Gian Garson's vision made it happen. She was an entrepreneur on Earth. Wealthy. Young for a human. Garson had the idea for the initiative in the early 2170s, I believe. Many thought leaving the Milky Way was impossible. But she persevered. And as with most great ideas, the doubters were wrong.
And what's your motivations for coming?
Why do you think most people came?
Oh,
There are thousands of reasons, one for every colonist here. What does any pilgrim seek? Usually, happiness. Finding the thing that eludes them, the thing to fulfill them. While we cannot promise they will find it, we can facilitate the search.
It looks like a melting pot around here.
The Nexus is home to several initiative species. Many came ahead of the Arks. The hope is that this station will one day serve as the governing body in Andromeda.
Not in the state
Though
it's
I'm
in
not
at the
sure what
moment.
you were thinking, lumping Krogan into the mix. As a Solarian, my kind tend to have a low opinion of them. Nothing I've seen here has changed that.
Alright, let's ask him something else. Alright, even more something else. And what's your role?
As director of the initiative, are you in charge around here or what?
If the others would allow me, they don't see me as the rightful successor.
So how does anything get done?
In theory, Kesh handles the Nexus's physical operations, Kandros runs the militia, and Addison manages colonial affairs. I oversee all of it. In practice, we argue, debate, and yell at each other until a decision is made. If we're lucky. It is maddening.
Yeah, so it just sounds like any other politics, really, pretty much.
What's their problem with you?
I am not Gian Garson. Our founder was charismatic, eccentric, larger than life. Traits I cannot hope to mimic. She and her inner circle perished in the Scourge, some at the hands of the Exiles, some never made it out of stasis. I was deputy assistant for revenue management. Then all 7 leaders above me died. I was next in line for the role.
Revenue management?
So, you're an accountant?
Yeah.
Don't let that fool you. We are all capable of more than we know. When I was young, I was fascinated by the idea of exploring space. Life had its detours, and I went a different direction. Then I heard about the initiative, and saw my chance to try the path not taken. While I may not be setting foot on new worlds, my authority can ensure that you do.
Right. Sorry.
Alright, and what else have we got? Let's talk about the missing arcs.
Any more information you can give me on the missing arcs?
No, and that is the distressing part. The Asari, Turian, and Solarian arcs are completely unaccounted for. If they had the same problems with the Scourge that we did, I fear the worst. Should you find any clues, please investigate. Without the other arcs, the promise of the initiative can never be fulfilled.
Are there any other arcs we should expect?
We had hoped Quarians would be part of the first wave, but before departure in 2185, we got word they had technical problems with their ship.
Oh.
It seems they're also bringing along Drell, Hanar, and other species as well.
Oh.
Managing all of their biological needs caused complications. We won't see them for some time to come.
So that's what I'm about the first wave. We were in the first wave of arcs to make it to Andromeda. So all these other species are probably on the way. Well, would have been on the way if it wasn't for like Mass Effect 3. Alright, so
What do I need to consider in making a planet viable?
Assuming the planet supports life, an outpost is critical. People like a roof over their heads, and you'll want to eliminate any hostile threats. Whether that's the cat or other terrors lurking in Helios, colonists being murdered on sight can be discouraging. Also, scouting and mapping terrain is a priority for any Pathfinder. And don't forget forward stations. You'll want those.
what are forward stations?
What can you tell me about forward stations?
I was afraid you'd ask. It's mostly what the engineers tell me. A forward station allows mining, equipment repairs, and resupply for field teams. I mean, who wouldn't want that? But seeing as how every colonization effort has failed, it's just theory at the moment. You get to test it out, Ryder.
Nice.
That's all. Thanks for your time.
Of course, as you pointed out, we need each other. Our futures depend on each other's success.
But today, whatever our reasons, we take the first steps toward a new future for humanity. Today, we begin to make our dream reality.